What is up? It is Paris Tempted. Paris TTMPPED. TTMPPED. Today was crazy. Like, I woke up, shit was already hitting the fucking fan. Oh my god. But I'm realizing that if I allow everything to get to me and get me upset, I will never progress. So I told myself, what can I do today to turn this frown upside down? I realized making a video is very important because since my life has kind of been upside down and my privacy is gone, I've been in this ultimatum. Should I record or should I just wait until I move? And I feel like waiting, I'm moving in 2 weeks. So waiting to me just pushes progression. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to record. Today I'm going to be talking about navigating, a job when you're LGBT plus, because I have to deal with that often. Like right now, if you watch my last video, I brought up how I'm working for corporate. And I feel like every time I kind of get back into this setting, I'm reminded that every day is like a gamble of how much you want to tell them or not. And going to a lot of these jobs, a lot of these people have been there for years. And they gain this like family mindset with the coworkers and stuff, which is great. I do think you should be close with your coworkers and stuff. But, from my experience, because I'm trans, I always have to wonder, should I tell them or should I not tell them? Now, I'm a firm believer in decide if it's worth telling. When I started this job, there is another individual there that is trans as well, and I brought it up quickly, but I kind of later on got a vibe or a better understanding that a lot of these people at the job don't really understand, or they think that it's not legit. They don't understand that none of them know I'm trans, so they don't see the results of people who know they're trans when they're younger. Okay, actually, so 2 days ago I went to work and it turns out everybody knows I'm trans, because I told one coworker, because it's the whole thing. I told one person, and like at Target, everybody now knows, and everyone's acting like they don't know. And I had one coworker sit me down like, I have a few questions to ask you. And I was afraid he was going to ask me what's in my pants and all this bullshit, but he was actually asking me some religious questions, trying to see, my background, how I see religion. And if y'all want to see that video, comment down below. But, at this job, they now know I'm trans. They don't talk about it, but it's like this unsaid thing. And to me, those are the jobs that you want to cater towards. The ones where they know, but it's not a big deal. Ones where they have bathrooms for one fucking person, where everyone's using the same fucking bathroom. You don't want to put yourself in these boxes where you are afraid to be yourself. Because I was nervous for them to know, because I didn't know the environment that was going to be created once they did know. Because I've had situations where everyone started treating me differently and asking me all these weird questions. Go to jobs where you will be accepted, and if you don't want to tell them, go to jobs where there is an opportunity for you not to tell them, where there are, like I said, private bathrooms, where your gender doesn't fucking matter, where they're not segregating everybody, and putting everybody in one corner, next corner. I'm learning that, and it's hard. I didn't notice that, when I made this video, I thought I already had it all figured out. But then the next day, they're like, yes, I heard you're trans. I'm like, how the fuck are you not? I never fucking met you. I only know you from one day. But it's just one of those things where it shouldn't matter. I am trans, and I'm beautiful in that, and I love myself because of that. And I'm learning to allow people to see me how they do. And if I can't move comfortably, I'm leaving. And that's just that. And best believe I'm saying that I left because of discrimination, because I'm dramatic. Fuck. And I don't know. I'm learning, you have to decide. My last job, I didn't tell them at all. I didn't tell anybody, not even the boss, because I got the vibe immediately that maybe this isn't a space for the LGBT plus community. I had brought up in another video that my boss had commented on someone else that was LGBT plus and was like, what the fuck is that? And in my mind, I'm like, that's my community. And that was already a telltale sign that I shouldn't be there. It's you have to go into all these jobs already knowing if they're LGBT plus friendly. If you go to Starbucks, off the bat, you're going to be respected, understood, and only be bombarded with lattes and cute music. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be an environment where your safety is at risk, because these jobs usually hire LGBT plus or, friendly, nice, sweet, open-minded But when you're in a lot more serious jobs where, you know, they're paying you, they're helping you survive, and you don't know, you have to just understand that not all these jobs are going to understand you. And it sucks because, you know, the younger I was, the more open I was about it. When I worked at Target, I was slowly opening up about it, and then all of a sudden, all my coworkers knew, and I didn't tell everybody. I felt like my privacy. Yo, I'm in the Wawa parking lot. But I felt like my privacy was being taken away from me. It was getting to the point where coworkers are coming and be like, "I heard you're trans." I'm like, "Who the fuck told you that?" So I was learning that maybe I have to keep this to myself because no one is meeting us. We're a phenomenon. We are social media only. We don't exist to people. So when they do finally hear of someone that's LGBT plus, you're gonna get bombarded. You know, I knew a girl who was trans, and you know, she was always worried. She told me, "Am I being clocked? Am I being clocked?" And I didn't know what she meant until one day she told me how all of her coworkers found out, and they're all kind of treating her a little bit differently, asking her more questions, not calling her by her correct pronouns. You know, you don't, sometimes coming out will show people their true selves. And if you plan on being at this job for a certain amount of time, shut the fuck up. You know, because of course the trans women who are, you know, in a position where they're in the beginning of their transition, or they may feel that they're not passing, I truly believe that Starbucks and, you know, really low-key but LGBT plus friendly jobs are going to be the way to go. Because if you're in a place where you're being outed and you didn't even tell nobody, it's not safe for you. You know, the job I work at now, they're not transphobic, but they don't understand. And I don't feel like going there to explain myself all day. Definitely people who don't understand. I love talking to y'all because y'all want to understand this lifestyle. Y'all want to have a better understanding. And a lot of you are LGBT plus. But when you're talking to someone who literally has no background knowledge, it's just really difficult. And I sometimes sit and I go, well, I can be the one to open their mind. But then when I'm kind of being questioned and put a light in my face, it just gets really uncomfortable. And then I go, this is not what I wanted. And one thing that sucks that I've learned is just because they're friendly doesn't mean that they're going to respect you. I've had someone literally respect someone else's pronouns, right? All this stuff, and then they talk to me behind closed doors and comment on how confused they are, how they think it's a phase, and all this stuff, not knowing I'm trans. And I go, whoa, like, you're literally being a different person. Like, this is why you're not being respected by this individual, because they know that you don't believe them. And nothing is more degrading than someone telling you who you are, you know? And I hate people telling other people who they are, because I'm like, what the hell? Why are you respecting me because I got my beard and not respecting my peer? My community. It's the reason why when I was in North Carolina, I didn't tell anybody. Like, I didn't tell nobody I was trans because I wanted to understand the environment if they didn't know who I was. And once I left, I started posting about it. Everyone's like, oh my God, I didn't know. I wouldn't have known. Oh my God. Because I didn't want you to know. If you were LGBT plus, you knew, because I told you immediately. I love meeting my community because I feel seen, heard, understood, and I just feel at home. But the straight community, the you know, the cis community, love them to death. But it's very it's uncomfortable, which is why I like the job a lot, and I do plan on being there for a good amount of time. But this won't be like my end, because this isn't meant for me. It's not meant for me. You know, it's not meant. I don't like to be buried in a fucking closet. Definitely if I'm going to be there majority of a week. You know, definitely if it's taking up hours of my life. I don't like to be in a closet, because I'm not closeted. I just don't feel comfortable disclosing who I am to people that I know won't understand. And if they seem like they understand, then they turn around and start talking about people behind their backs. It's very weird, and it's very it's uncomfortable. It's the reason I make these videos in my car. You know, I don't know. You know, I mean, I actually finally had a discussion with the people I'm with about, you know, the LGBT plus community, and they actually do respect and have some type of understanding, but it's people get weird when they find out I am too. I've literally watched LGBT plus people get weird, and I'm like, you're literally one of me. But it's because, like I said, being trans isn't common. It may seem common online. It is common, but it's not commonly talked about. You know, all this, we're living in a cis man's world, you know, a cis white man's world. So I had to understand very young that this is my life, and I have to be very cautious with who I tell. Now, I'm not making this video to make y'all afraid or make you like not want to tell anybody at your job and fuck you have to be in a closet. But I'm honestly just telling you it to maybe not even go to a job at all that doesn't seem LGBT plus friendly. If you go to these interviews, if you're going to these jobs, ask about the community immediately, or look around. Do you see yourself? The only reason I like this job is because, like I said, I did meet another individual that was trans as well. So it's just one of those things where I was like, okay, this is for me. Even my other job, I was a mentor. Not my recent one, but before my last one that I left. But I was meeting a lot of LGBT plus, and I was like, okay, this is for me, definitely, because I saw myself. You want to go places where you see you, so that you can understand how you'll be treated and how that person feels. Don't put yourself in predicaments where you can't escape. Oh my God. Woo! And that's honestly the video. It's very quick. These videos are going to be quick because, like I said, first of all, it's cold as hell outside, and I haven't been able to have the time and the privacy to give y'all the content that y'all deserve. But I do want to answer your questions. I had commented, I had the flu. Comment below any suggestions for videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of snippet videos answering your questions one by one. I'll put in this. Here's the comment that asked this question. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a little quick series of me just answering little questions that I can't give you in-depth conversations about. But if you want me to talk more about this topic, just comment down below and I will. I read your comments. I'm so excited. Thank y'all for your patience. Thank you for 13,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people in the room, and to know that, my voice is actually being understood, y'all don't understand. I went years sounding dumb as hell to people. And it's scary. I'm like, y'all, I'm making perfect sense. But when the world is closed-minded, it's hard to open that up. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm opening up, I'm becoming more open-minded in this world. I'm realizing that I have boundaries, but not that many. I'm realizing that I have so many goals and wants and desires that I have to be very patient for. Today tested the fuck out of me. But I make these videos so that I can look back and realize time kept moving. Time is going to keep moving, y'all. So don't waste your time. Peace.